It is my high honor to be the first one to officially say, welcome to the 103rd Feast of the Blessed Sacrament. We have a big party to go to for the next 4 days, and we're going to try to make sure everything runs smoothly. So I'm going to try to get this event, the opening ceremonies, off as quickly as I can. So with that in the back of my mind, we're going to start this evening. We're asking Father Reese of Immaculate Conception Church if he would be so kind as to give us his blessing for our festival. Father Reese.
I'm just going to extend to all of you the blessings we received from the Lord as we began officially the Feast of the Blessed Sacrament with the benediction of the Blessed Sacrament in church. And so what we were doing there, praying so that indeed the Lord will bless all who attend the feast and keep us safe, and in His love always does everything for us to be able to enjoy what the feast has to offer. So in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, Lord our God, we ask you to send your blessings upon all of us as we celebrate the Feast of the Blessed Sacrament, the feast of which is the celebration of your greatest gift, the gift of yourself in the Eucharist, when we receive the true food come down from heaven as you promised. And as we gather to celebrate these days of festivities, we ask for your blessings, we ask for good weather, we ask for the friendship of one another. We ask you to keep us safe so that in peace, harmony, and friendship we can enjoy these days of festivities, doing everything to the honor and praise of our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son, who lives and reigns with you forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you, Father Reese. In keeping with our tradition of raising the flags, this year we're going to combine the singing of the anthems from Madeira, Portugal, and the United States with the raising of the flag. To start us off, raising the flag of Madeira, it is our honor to welcome the President of the Madeiran Parliament. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Jose Lino Trancada Gomes. If you would, raise the flag. And Jason, where's Jason? Jason here? They're hiding. Okay, Jason. Jason will sing the anthem of Madeira.
Do vale à montanha e do mar à serra, teu povo humilde, estoico e valente, entre a rocha dura te livrou à terra para lançar do pão a semente. Herói do trabalho na montanha agreste, que se fez ao mar em vagas procelosas, os louros da vitória em tuas mãos calosas foram herança que a teus filhos deste. Por esse mundo além, Madeira, teu nome continua em teus filhos saudosos, que além fronteiras de ti se mostram orgulhosos. Por esse mundo além, Madeira, honramos vossa história. Na senda do trabalho nós lutaremos, alcançaremos teu bem-estar e glória.
Thank you, Jason. Don't go far. We have asked the Portuguese consul to New Bedford an extension of the government of Portugal, Pedro Canero, if he would be so kind as to raise the flag of the country of Portugal. Singing the national anthem again, Jason Silva.
Heróis do mar, nobre povo, nação valente e imortal, levantai hoje de novo o esplendor de Portugal. Entre as brumas da memória, ó pátria, sem-se a voz dos seus egrégios avós, que hão de guiar-te à vitória. As armas sobre a terra, sobre o mar. As armas pela pátria lutar. Contra os canhões marchar, marchar.
Thank you very much. Finally, the raising of the United States flag, our American flag, with our national anthem. We're going to ask the governor of the state of Massachusetts, together with our mayor, Mayor John Mitchell, if he would raise the flag. Singing the national anthem will be Serena Lopes.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the
An event that goes on for this long doesn't do it without the dedication of a lot of fine people, families, friends. We have asked the president of the Club Medadense de Sacramento, Mr. David Lucio, to address and say a few words. President Lucio.
Thank you, everybody. Glad to see everybody here smiling. Beautiful day, beautiful weekend ahead of us. Very important feast for myself as president of the club. I've said it many a times that once you've done this as a first aid, you're all a big brotherhood, cousins, and it's just an honor, and I'm very proud of Steve Duat, our feast president this year, and my cousin John, the vice president. And with that being said, we have family up above saying have a good time. Have a good time, everybody.
suppose I should raise it now. We've asked the governor, Governor Charlie Baker, to come from Boston, and he made a trip to come all the way to also welcome you to the Feast of the Blessed Sacrament, Governor Baker.
Good afternoon, everybody, and let me just say that my wife and I have been coming to this event for years as private citizens, and I've always really enjoyed the family, the community, the tradition, the culture, the food, the music, the dancing, everything about it, and to be able to come down here as the Governor of the Commonwealth and speak on behalf of the people of Massachusetts and just tell you all how much we admire 103 years of commitment and follow through to the people of this community, to the Portuguese community, and to the culture that this stands for and represents is very, very special for me. And David, listening to you speak, I could hear the emotion in your voice. You know, as so many others do, that we all sit on the shoulders of those four manuals behind me, and all those who came after them who make this event so special and so important to all of us. And on behalf of the people of Massachusetts, I just want to say how honored I am to be here, how thrilled I am to have a chance to participate in this, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend celebrating the glory and the majesty that is the Portuguese community in the United States of America. Thank you very much.
To illustrate our ties to the motherland of Portugal, ladies and gentlemen, the Portuguese consul to New Bedford, Pedro Canero.
Muito boa tarde a todos. Good afternoon, everybody. It's a great honor, a great privilege, it's a pleasure to be here again for the fourth time for this magnificent feast. Speaking after the governor is also an honor, and with all these dignitaries here present, and with all of you here today in this beautiful Thursday afternoon right here in New Bedford. This feast, it's a very special feast, and the simple fact that Governor Baker is here, it's a testimony that this celebration goes beyond the boundaries of New Bedford. It's already a celebration of all the Portuguese American community, not only of this region, but the whole state. And that's something amazing. That's something amazing, especially if we think that it all started, like Governor Baker mentioned, many years ago with the Four Mannies. They did this close to the church. It was a very ethnic feast around the church with the Madeiran community, speaking Portuguese and thinking about Madeira. And many decades later, it's a national feast. It's different generations here, different languages, different backgrounds, and we are all here today celebrating this heritage and celebrating this great Portuguese American community. And I think this feast is also symbolizes in a way the Portuguese American community in the United States, if we think about it. Finally, as some of you know, it's going to be my last feast as Consul of Portugal, as I am about to leave back to mainland, to Lisbon. And I can tell you that it has always been, for me, a great pleasure to participate. And David and other speakers will mention the atmosphere that we feel here, the camaraderie, the brotherhood, the family, and all that is so intense, is so strong, is so genuine, that makes us want to come again and again. And I hope to come back, not as a consul, not with a suit and a tie, hopefully with shorts and a t-shirt like many of you. It's going to be fresher. And I hope to come back in the near future and celebrate here and have some carne de espeto and some Madeira wine with all of you. Thank you so much. Enjoy. Thank you.
Everyone here knows that this kind of an event, this length with this many people, doesn't just happen. It takes a year of planning. And in order to make it come to this fruition, you need the cooperation of the place where you hold it. We've been very fortunate over the years to have the backing of our mayors, and this has been no different year. Whenever there's a problem, we love to pick up the phone and dial 979-1410 and speak. It's your number one on speed dial. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mayor John Mitchell.
All right, muito obrigado. Boa tarde. All right. Hey, listen, I want to, before I do anything else, I want to ask all of you to join me in a round of applause for the great work of the previous speaker, Pedro Canero, who has done a fabulous, fabulous job as Portuguese consul here in New Bedford. We're going to miss you, man. And I want to welcome Governor Baker to the feast, and I want to say, I want everybody to know this, and he alluded to it in his remarks. We know, we are very discerning here in New Bedford, and we know that there's been this political playbook that's existed in our state capital that says if you want to run for statewide office, if you're a statewide office holder, you go to New Bedford, you go to the feast, you say a few kind words, and then you get out of town, right? Not this guy. He's been a frequent flyer for years. So this is, so when he says that he'd be here if he weren't the governor, it's true. He means it, and it's true. So Governor, thank you for the support. And you brought a fan club with you, which is even better. So I want to thank the committee. I want to thank Dave, of course, for all the great work he does all year long. Steve has taken over this year for this year's feast, and John as well. Guys, you know, and they have big plans for the feast, and we're talking about doing more and more every year as the years go out, because the feast is really something special in our community. And I want to thank you guys for all the work that you put in, and the committee itself. Nice work, guys, as usual. I want to thank a few other people. I want to thank all of our employees in DPI who worked on the feast to help get it ready. This is a collaborative effort that involves many city agencies, DPI and Health Department, and of course our public safety agencies who do their work for the feast largely behind the scenes. And I want to thank Joe Cadero, our police chief, Mike Gomes, our fire chief. There's a lot of work that goes into making this not only a safe event, but an event that feels safe, because we want families here. So when you see families, especially those with young children here, that's a good thing, and it wouldn't happen if people didn't feel that they could bring their kids to a safe place, and that's because of the hard work of our law enforcement agencies. And I want to welcome President Jose Gomes for being here today. We were for his trip, and you know we were talking a little bit earlier about the size of the feast, and you know it's an open question of just where we stand. I mean, I think it's accepted that we are the largest ethnic festival in New England. But I've yet to hear anybody point me to a single event outside of New England that's any ethnic event that's bigger. And Mardi Gras is not an ethnic event anymore. So, so we've got to drill down on it. But the most amazing thing to me though is that you would think that the largest ethnic event in New England, and if we're the largest in the country, certainly so, would be one that celebrates an ethnic group from one of the major European powers, right? England or Germany or Italy or one or the other, right? I'm Polish, Poland too, right? But from this little island nation in the middle of the Atlantic, we get the biggest ethnic feast in America, at least, or at least New England. So there's a hell of a lot to be said for that. We love the feast for many reasons. We love the feast because we have opportunities to reconnect with folks that we haven't seen in a long time. I just did a few minutes ago. It's great in that way. It happens every year. We love the feast because of the food, because of the musical groups, and because of the parade. But when you get right down to it, what's great about the feast is its authenticity. It has always remained true to itself. The committee and those who preceded our current committee members and those who preceded them and so forth have always made sure that the feast stays true to itself. The committee has never let the feast become honky-tonk, has never tried to cater to every taste. It has always been about family and food and faith. And in an America that today is so automated, that is so standardized, it is so refreshing. We live in an America where we shop online, where we drive highways that look the same everywhere across the country, and we communicate primarily by iPhone, many of us do. This is a place where people connect in authentic ways and feel good about their community. And as the mayor of the city, I have to tell you, it means a lot to the city, whether you're Madeiran or not. This is a really big thing. It is a huge asset and a huge strength for our city that we can do something so novel and so genuine and so authentic in today's age. And I want to thank everybody here for devoting yourselves to it, for the love you give to this event and the fun we have and will have over the course of the weekend. So let's have a great feast, everybody. Thanks for all of your hard work. Bon Festus.
Before we ask our very special guest from Madeira to speak briefly, I did want to recognize that we have in the audience the top elected officials from the region and the city. So if you would, I want to recognize State Representative Bob Cazzera. Bob's up front. State Representative Christopher Markey. Tony Cabral. From Bristol County, Sheriff Tom Hodgson. And then from our own city, School Committee member Josh Amaral. And from City Council. I have the names down of those who I saw, so I hope I don't miss anyone. Ian Abreu is here. Ian. Councilor at Large Naomi Carney. Brian Gomes, right there. Councilor at Large. Steve Martins is Councilor from Ward 2. From Ward 3, Hugh Dunn. Hugh's new to our event. Thank you, Hugh. Councilor from Ward 5, Kerry Winterson. Is he here? Okay. And City Council President and also Councilor from Ward 6, Mr. Joe Lopes. Not sure, but I don't think I missed anyone. Got y'all. Okay, thank you. The island of Madeira is a long way from here. A group of us had the chance less than a year ago to go there, and it instilled a new love. If you've never been there before, you need to go, because the island is indeed a very, very special place, from one end of the island to the other. And to have a man who has been elected to this position is very important to us and to the Madeiran community at large. It is my sincere and deep pleasure and honor to welcome the President of the Madeiran Parliament, Dr. Jose Gomes.
Good afternoon, Governor Charlie Baker, Mayor of New Bedford, John Michael, Council of Portugal, Pedro Carneiro, Sheriff Houghton, President of the club David Lucio, President of the Feast Stephen Duarte, dear friends, caros madeirenses, ladies and gentlemen. It's a really great pleasure and honor for me to be invited in this great feast. As the President of the Parliament of Madeira, I bring to all of you a big hug and love from that island. We are Madeira, we are a small island, but we have a big heart. We are in almost all over the world. Because we are small, we didn't fail. When we have difficulties, we go out of Madeira and we come to the United States, we come to other parts of the world, and we become little communities. And this is an example for the world that small island can be big communities like we have here in this magnificent feast. Sorry. I wish that during these 4 days of entertainment and enjoyment, everybody must be happy, feel happy, because this feast, as far as I know, is the largest feast of Portuguese community in the world. And this exists because Portuguese has a feeling that we feel that we must be together, because together we are stronger. And we are in this great country that is the United States. This is also our land. And I'm happy to, as a President of the Parliament of Madeira, to come to this feast, because I have all our communities of Madeira in my heart. We are nowadays bigger because we feel that we are not only from the island, we are all of the world. Can I say some words in Portuguese, because my English maybe is not enough to make myself understanding. Caros madeirenses, não sei se estão alguns madeirenses aqui nesta tribuna. Está tudo aqui? Muito bem, entendemos perfeitamente. Quero-vos dizer que para mim é uma honra estar aqui convosco. Nós somos uma ilha que atravessou dificuldades ao longo da nossa história, e a minha vinda aqui tem um significado especial. É prestar a todos os que aqui se encontram, aos imigrantes de primeira, segunda e terceira geração, o nosso agradecimento, porque foi com os imigrantes que a Madeira cresceu, que a Madeira se desenvolveu. E como Presidente do Parlamento, representando não apenas o Governo, mas todos os madeirenses, eu senti que era meu dever estar aqui convosco nesta grande festa, que foi feita pelos 4 manuéis que ali estão. Homens da Madeira profunda, que naquela altura, com coragem, com brio, com determinação, souberam fugir às dificuldades da ilha e vieram para cá, à aventura. E foi este país que os acolheu e que proporcionou uma vida melhor para todos. E é neste espírito de convivência, de amizade, de amor entre nós, que eu deixo esta mensagem para todos os madeirenses e para os portugueses que aqui estão. Sejam muito felizes durante estes 4 dias, gozem bem a música, o ambiente, as vossas famílias, e da parte do Parlamento da Madeira há um agradecimento que eu quero aqui sublinhar por todo o contributo que deram ao desenvolvimento da nossa região autónoma. Muito obrigado a todos.
As we come down to the end of the opening ceremonies, I'm going to ask that the traditional wreath to the Founding Fathers be placed by the Feast President, Steve Duarte, and the Vice President, John Alves.
So if Steve and Dave want to come up, I will give you the official resolution by the Bedford City Council. Be it hereby known to all that the City Council of New Bedford, Massachusetts hereby offers its sincere congratulations to the Feast of the Blessed Sacrament Committee in recognition of the 103rd celebration of the Feast of the Blessed Sacrament and your dedication to our Madeiran tradition. The entire citizenry extends its very best wishes on this memorable occasion and expresses the hope for continued good fortune given this 3rd day of August 2017 by myself, Joseph Pillow, City Council President, Stephen Martins, who this is in his ward, Councilor Ian Aber, who is the Madeiran, the entire City Council and all the members are here. We wish you 4 days of fun, family, tradition, and when you think about New Bedford and the tapestry, the Madeiran flag is woven through it because it has truly been part of the history and the culture of the city that we all call home and that we all love. Congratulations when you have 4 days of amazing weather and 4 days of tradition and family.
I've been doing this for about 35 years on and off, and I've worked with a lot of presidents. And this year's president is outstanding in a number of regards, but mostly because of his sense of fairness, fair play, and his vision for what he sees as being the future of our club. It gives me a great deal of pleasure to introduce our president, Steve Duhart.
Thank you, and I'll be very pleased. Robert Baker, Mayor Mitchell, Chef Hodgkin, Dr. Lopes, Pedro will miss you, and all our elected officials, thank you. In memory of my father, a versteher we lost this year, Bert Jones, my cousin Danny, and my daughter, and my wonderful wife, I declare the Feast of the Blessed Sacrament 2017 open.
Welcome. We are at the opening night of the 103rd Feast of the Blessed Sacrament in New Bedford. You are about to have a great time tonight watching us go through this festival, which has malasadas, Madeira wine, bands, and anything you could possibly want. So get ready to enjoy the fun with us. Can you tell me about your hat?
I bought the hat about 3 years ago when it was the 100th anniversary. I've been coming to this feast since I was probably 18 years old.
Very nice.
I live in Florida now and I come here every year just for this.
Just for this. You heard it. So would you say that this is the best Portuguese festival in New England?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's nothing close.
Nothing close.
Nothing close for the food, for the people, for the music, for everything.
Love the feast. Came here for my dad's 90th birthday. Hi, Dad. Hi, Mom. Couldn't miss the feast, so I stayed a couple of extra weeks.
Yeah, I've been coming to the feast since I was, too young to remember. But the pit, I guess. We're here to cook and eat and be with friends. That's it.
Have you been coming to the feast?
Since last year.
Oh, my favorite part? Cooking food and drinking wine.
Can't get any better than that, right?
No, it's the best.
This is, there's no way I'll pronounce it correctly, Bull do Coco?
Okay.
C-A-T-O?
And you're Portuguese, you say?
I have no idea. But it's fantastic. It's absolutely wonderful.
All right. And what else do you enjoy about the feast?
The entertainment, seeing friends and family from many years past.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
It's sort of like a reunion, right? When you see all the...
Like a high school reunion from all the surrounding towns in the city. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's wonderful. And your name is?
Ray Matoza.
This is the ice cold Michelle Pfeiffer, that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpiece. Styling, wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent, I wanna kiss myself. Too pretty, too hard, I can't. For the police and the firemen, I'm too hard, I can't. Then a drag of water in town, man, I'm too hard, I can't. Say my name, you know who I am, I'm too hard, I can't. And I'm bad about that money, check it out now, girls hit you, hallelujah. hallelujah. Girls, hit you hallelujah. Cause sometimes I'm gonna give it to you. Sometimes I'm gonna give it to you. Sometimes I'm gonna give it to you. Saturday night, we need to fight. Don't believe me, just watch. Woo! Yeah! Don't believe me, just watch. Come on! Yeah! Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 awesome!
Bon dia, New Bedford. I am Barbara Starkey coming to you live from Baraka 9. We make melisadas and we make them the best. Follow me, I'm going to take you to step 1. I cannot tell you what's in here. If I tell you what's in here, it'll ruin every secret. However, a few items: yeast, eggs, flour, and everything else is top secret. Now I'm going to take you to station 2. This is the proof box. In the proof box, you will find all the dough. Shh, be quiet, it's sleeping. This is where we stretch the dough. All of these people are hardworking volunteers who come here for 4 days in a row to stretch the dough and work at the feast, to celebrate family, and to raise money for charity. These folks are stretching dough. They stretch and stretch and stretch. This is Kim Westgate of Fairhaven, stretching right over there. You can see you stretch the dough until you get a nice center where there's an airy pop. And you drop it in Fryer-Later 1 to fry one side. And then we have Victor Rebello over here of New Bedford, picking out the melisada and putting it on side 2. Goes onto the drain board where all of the grease drains from the melisada. From the drain board, those golden, delicious melisadas come right here, so the grease comes off. Once the grease drips off, it goes here into the sugar, and we sugar the melisada. Sugar station 1, we get both sides so it tastes so sweet and delicious. Hand it off to the pile of fresh hot melisadas right there, waiting for your sale over at the window at, I believe, what we'd call station 7. I've lost count.
I'm earning every penny for working here. No, it's this is something I do every year. I usually work one of the baracas, and I think this one's 12. I think this is the one I usually work, and it's just a lot of fun. We get to come back here, you get to see a lot of people. People walk up and see me, and they go, "Wait a minute, aren't you the mayor?" So I get a lot of that, which is funny. And I got to wear these gloves for sanitary reasons, but it's all fun. It's a good way to, for me, it's a good way to experience the feast.
Tell me what you like about the feast the most.
Every Thursday night, it's been a tradition that I would come here with my family, and we would have a cousins' night down here. And so we've been doing it every year since I was like a child.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're carrying on that tradition then.
Yeah, it's a great place.
My name's Lauren, I'm from Dartmouth, and my favorite part of the feast is the cassoulet sandwiches.
My name is Sarah, I'm from New Bedford, and the wine is my favorite part of the feast.
Having a great time. Awesome. Awesome.
Hi, I'm Monique, I'm from Fall River, and my favorite part is the food and the wine.
I'm Ben, I'm from Dartmouth, and my favorite part is the cassoulet sandwiches, and of course the Bud Lights. What?
These vegetables, you brought them from home, yes?
Yeah, I learned that from the last time I was here because I was jealous. All the other guys had...
his first time here, just like mine, and we stole from some dude.
Well, everybody's so nice that they share their vegetables, so...
Oh, nice. Good.
And whoever shared these vegetables pre-drilled all the big chunks here, so he really, that's a professional.
Yeah, that's a pro move.
Yeah, first time, this is called a spick. It's a long stick with a bunch of meat on it, and I'm gonna go eat this now. Because I haven't eaten like all day.
Yeah.
So Yeah, it looks like some good cuts of meat, and should be a good time.
What are your names?
I'm Ashley.
Amethyst. Cassie. All right, and what are you young ladies doing at the feast today?
We came to eat, have a few drinks, and
have a good time.
Hang out with good friends.
Good. Good. How long have you been coming to the feast?
103 years, baby.
What's your name?
Andrea.
Hi, Andrea. And what are you doing at the feast tonight?
I'm here for the food and the carnival.
And do you have a favorite thing that you could pick out about the feast?
The Malasadish. I love that.
I like this girl. Same. I have the same favorite. High five.
Take my love, my broken heart. Take my love, throw it all apart. Oh, running on empty. Don't you wish you could have been me? Now that my sins are, please forgive these flaws. Now bodies right to the sea. How many words can't help me? Every God can hold me. And the words can't help me. Only you to help me. So this is how it starts. 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 Now that my sins are, please forgive these flaws. Now bodies right to the sea. How many words can help me? Any God can hold me. Any words can help me. Only you to help me.
What is your favorite part about the feast?
People watching.
People watching. That's an interesting one. Do you care to explain?
No.
Oh, it's fabulous. It's like if you ever play Mario Kart on Super Nintendo with your friends, it's like that.
It's like a high school reunion that nobody wants to go to, but everybody comes anyway. We get real drunk. It's a great time.
Kind of spit. Then the consola sandwiches, then the linguiça sandwiches, then the malasadas, and then beer in between.
Good, solid 5 things. That's good about the feast. All right.
And I would say opening night, we all get together, all of us. We come down to the barbecue pit. It's 7th year tradition of doing this. So we hope to keep it going. The food, the beer, great atmosphere. It's a great time.
And what do you like about the feast?
Everything. Seeing people that I haven't seen all year, and the music, and the camaraderie, everything. The food, it's awesome.
Same thing. People, food, music.
Does one thing stand out to you as your favorite?
I think just seeing people that you haven't seen. Yeah, wine. Yeah.
How many have you had tonight?
I just started.
Just started, all right. What do you think is the best way to enjoy the feast? Do you get the food, then the music, then the carnival rides, or what? Tell the order.
Save the carnival rides for Sunday with the kids. Keep the kids till Sunday. But just friends and food and beer, and then wait for the music.
I've been coming here for probably 40 years, and I used to come here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday when I was single. It's the best place in the world. You have the most fun. 1 million people come here over the weekend. Come down, have a great time, especially you single guys and married couples. Cook the meat, have a good time. You can't beat this place.
Where'd you get that hat from?
From him.
All right, got it from his grandson. All right. Well, since it is your first time, well, tell me what you think.
I think it's great, especially for 4 days.
Yeah,
4 days. Yeah, I couldn't believe that. Really.
All right.
Yeah, should have more. Really.
So, do you think he's gonna let you keep the hat?
He better.
He better.
We're seeing old friends.
Yes, old friends. We're not going to say how old we are, but every year, Thursdays is becoming the best night to be at the feast.
Cameron, I'm shy.
Yeah. And what are your names?
Kathy.
Colleen. Irish girls.
Thank you for joining us for opening night of the annual feast, and now we are going to conclude the night with some dancing and singing and the performance of folkloric, so I hope you enjoy it. Have a good night, everyone.
While Madeira is world famous for its wine, the island was also well known for the production of sugar, which it exported to the ports all over the world. In fact, sugar cane was the most important crop cultivated on plantations throughout the island. The village of Punta do Sol, which is one of the first villages to be populated over the discovery of Madeira, was famous for the cultivation of sugar cane. In this next number, which is named after the village of Punta do Sol, our dancers will show through the movement of their arms and the posture of their bodies, the way in which the workers in the field used to cut down the sugar cane during the harvest. Body of the Punta do Sol, ladies and gentlemen.
Canta como ese
country